Hi, boys and girls. We are glad to have you back for our VBS lessons for 2020. And yesterday was our very first lesson. And today is lesson 2. Cindy or Teacher Vicky?
Yes.
Yes, today is lesson 2. But can we remember what we learned in our first lesson?
Yes.
Yes, we can remember?
Yes.
It was about the story of who?
Nehemiah.
The story of
Nehemiah.
How Nehemiah had a dream in his heart to rebuild the walls of the city of Jerusalem. And he thought about it, and he went to the king and asked for permission to go and rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, which was very far away. And the king allowed him to go build the walls. Can we remember the things that the king gave to Nehemiah when he was going to Jerusalem?
Yes, definitely.
How many things were there?
There were 4.
There were 4?
Yes, 4 things. The king granted him permission.
Permission?
Yes.
To rebuild the city?
Yes.
Okay.
Then he gave him letters to give to the governors.
Okay, number 2, letters to?
Governors.
Okay.
Yes. To go to get firewoods from the forest. And he was also given an army of officers.
What was the army for?
Protection, definitely.
For protection?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And he was also allowed, he was given letters to be allowed to go to travel to Judea.
Oh,
to Jerusalem.
He was given?
Letters.
Letters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Kama visa. Ya
Kama
kwenda
hiyo.
mahali. Okay. So, we learned those 4 things were given to Nehemiah. So he was very happy that he prayed to God, and God in a miraculous way answered his prayers. And now, Nehemiah rode into Jerusalem after traveling mbali sana. And when he was coming into the city of Jerusalem, you know there were people living in Jerusalem. And they wondered, who is this guy? Mwenye anakuja na soldiers wengi. He has come with all these things that he's carrying. What has he come to do? Alafu walikuwa wanaulizana, hey, anaweza kuwa amekuja ku... What has he come to do, Teacher Vicky?
I don't know. No.
We need to ask him. We need to ask Nehemiah what he has come to our city to do. And so they wanted to know what Nehemiah had come to the city to do. But Nehemiah hakuwa anataka kuambia mtu ni nini alikuwa amekuja Jerusalem kufanya. He wanted it to remain a secret. Say shh. He wanted it to remain a secret. And so he waited for it to become nighttime so that he would do what he wanted to do in Jerusalem. You see, Nehemiah alikuwa anataka kwanza aone vile kunakaa Jerusalem, how the walls are looking, how the houses are looking, so that he would now know what to tell to the other people when he went to speak to them. And so he woke up at night. Usiku ya manane. Ama ni usiku wa manane. Okay. So he woke up at night, and with a few men, he went walking around the walls that used... You have a question?
Yes. Mbona usiku wa manane?
Mbona usiku wa manane?
Yes.
Alienda usiku ili watu wasione venye anafanya. Wasijue ni nini anataka kufanya kwa city. So, akatembea usiku, akiangalia vile wall imeharibika, how much work they would need to put in. And so he walked around. He saw that the houses that once were very beautiful, that used to stand very, very tall, they were raised down. Zilikuwa zimeanguka chini, and there was plants that were growing on top of them. And so, he was very sad. He couldn't imagine that the city that was so great, so big, during the time of King David, King Solomon, was now a waste. And so he became very sad. And then he returned and went back to... He did not sleep. He was too sad to sleep. So he waited for the morning. And in the morning, do you know what he did?
No.
He called everybody in Jerusalem. And you know, in Jerusalem, there used to live many, many people. Kulikuwa na madaktari, kulikuwa na, nani wengine walikuwa naishi Jerusalem? Teachers, kulikuwa na priests, kulikuwa na all those kind of shopkeepers, farmers. He called them all together and told them, watu wa Jerusalem, I need to tell you something.
Teacher Ibra, did he call everybody or Israelites alone?
He called just the Israelites. You know, Israelites had neighbors,
yes.
but he called the Israelites who were doing different jobs. Yes. And told them, you guys, you know we are in great, great trouble. If you look around, our city is destroyed. And that is why our neighbors around us, they laugh at us. They make jokes about us.
They mock them?
Yes, they mock us.
Okay.
Wanasema, ai, wale watu wanakuaga aji, ni walezi, hawezi build wall. Sindio? And they are not even strong. They cannot build themselves a wall. So Nehemiah told them, let us rise up and let us build the wall. But you know, the guys who were in Jerusalem had waited for so many years before starting to build the wall. They had been thinking, yes, we need a wall. Tunahitaji kujenga wall. But whenever they wanted to start building the wall, walikuwa nasema, ai, hatuna pesa. Pesa itatosha. Sindio? Ama, hey, nasi tunaweza jenga wall kweli. I don't think we have the skill to build a wall. So they had always said, we will build it another day. Say another day.
Another day.
Yes. But now Nehemiah had come. And this time he said, no. We need to build the walls because it is making us to be ashamed. And we need to build it now. Not tomorrow, but
Now.
So Nehemiah told them, we can do it. And he encouraged them. When they were saying, hey, can we be able to do it? Nehemiah said, we can do it. And we should also be people who encourage others when it is difficult to do so, like Nehemiah. And so the people finally thought, hey, and Nehemiah could be right after all. It might be that this is the time to build the wall. And they remembered that Nehemiah had told them that they had gotten a lot of wood to help build the gates of Jerusalem. And they said, this must be God's plan to rebuild the walls of the city of Jerusalem. And so they said, they answered Nehemiah and said, let us rise up and start to rebuild the wall. And they got up and they started to build the wall. And did they finish to build the wall?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
They haven't started to build the wall?
No.
No, they haven't started. But in tomorrow's lesson, we will see whether they started to build the wall and whether they finished the wall. But today, we heard of how Nehemiah encouraged everybody who was very discouraged to start building the wall. And they said, yes, with God helping us, we can rebuild the walls. And that is the end of our story today. Was it a nice story?
It is a nice story.
It was so short.
So short and marvelous.
And marvelous. Okay. Are there any lessons that we learned from that story?
Yes. About courage.
About courage?
Yes. Nehemiah had courage to go to Jerusalem to start building the wall, despite the condition that they were facing. The people were poor, they had no strength, people were mocking them.
Yes.
They thought they could not make it.
Yes.
But Nehemiah encouraged them, and they stood up at the end of it all.
Oh,
so we should be courageous.
Okay.
If God put something in our hearts, we should be courageous to do so.
Oh,
yes.
They thought they were weak.
Yes.
But Nehemiah said that if God is helping you, you can do anything.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So, this is our time to do the memory verse.
Yes, and our memory verse comes from the book of Nehemiah, chapter 2, verse 18. And it says, they responded, let's start rebuilding. And they got ready to start the work. Goodbye.
Bye.